I am Maria Garcia de Fleury. In a world full of opinions, fake news, and things that seem real but aren't, searching for the root of truth becomes incredibly valuable. Truth is something to be sought, investigated, questioned, and explored. And Catholicism invites us to this search. It doesn't ask to blindly believe. It invites us to use our reason, our intelligence, our doubts to reach a deeper understanding of reality, to understand what it's all about. All those philosophers and scientists who have changed the world were searching for truth. They wanted to understand how the universe worked, what the purpose of life is, what good is, what evil is. Catholicism teaches that these fundamental questions find their answers in God, because for Catholics, truth is not an abstract concept, it is a person, Jesus of Nazareth. He said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. This is a radical statement. Therefore, Catholicism is not about a wealth of knowledge, but about having a personal relationship with Jesus Christ. This means that the search for truth implies understanding that faith is not at odds with science in the world. On the contrary, there are countless cases where the Church has promoted science. We Catholics believe that God created a logical and orderly universe and that we can discover His law through reason and observation. History teaches us that Catholicism has been developing for more than 2,000 years. There have been saints, sinners, people who have made mistakes, others who have achieved great successes, some who have corrected their errors, and others who have refused to do so. This is part of understanding the search for truth. Searching for truth is exploring the great questions of life. Where do we come from? Why are we here? What happens after death? Catholicism offers answers to all these questions, and those answers are what give meaning and purpose to our lives. When one believes in a truth, it should influence one's life. Catholic morality is not an arbitrary list of prohibitions, but a guide to living the best way possible, a way that leads to fulfillment and happiness. It is an invitation to live in harmony with the reality of who we are. In today's world, where people pretend that all opinions are valid or the truth is relative and depends on each individual, Catholicism tells you that there is an objective truth, a reality that lies beyond our feelings or personal preferences. The truth of Christ is a radical truth because it invites you to go beyond superficiality, to not conform to what the world tells you it's important. Christ invites you to search for a deeper meaning, a more lasting beauty, a more authentic love. The radical truth of Catholicism is for those who hunger for something more, for those who do not conform, for those who are willing to ask difficult questions and seek answers when they challenge them. It's a path that invites you to use your mind, your heart, and your spirit. It's a path that challenges you to grow, to love, and to live a life of purpose. When you talk about Catholicism, don't think of it as something old fashioned and dusty. Think of it as an adventure, a radical search for truth that has transformed life for centuries and that could transform your life, bringing you even closer to God because you discover that with God we always win.